Hi, my beautiful yogis. Rebecca here. How are you? This is going to be a short flow, get up and go. We are going to just get ourselves stretched out and do a little bit of Vinyasa-ing and just sort of bring some energy and blood flow into the body. Not too long. It's going to be a short practice for you to wake up. You can get out your mat and feel like you still have the whole day ahead of you. So it won't be too much time for you to dedicate, but enough to get you going in the right direction. Okay? We're gonna start in Shavasana. So come and lie down on your mat. Let your arms open. Let your toes come together and then fall apart naturally. You won't be able to see my whole body for this one, but that's okay. You know how to lie down flat. And just take some breaths. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. It feels really nice just to let myself melt into the mat here. And just sort of clear your mind of its cobwebs. And let the sound of your own breath coming in and out through your nose be your soundtrack. Just dedicate this time, say, for these next few minutes, I will just be present and connect my body with my breath and let my mind go. And when we start to think, we will bring the attention back to our breath. Good. Let's take our right knee into the chest, nice and deep here. Pull it in, move your head from side to side. And then we're going to take a really gentle twist. I actually move my hips a few inches to the right, and then I twist my right knee to the left. And I'm going to open my shoulder. Then I'll let my knee fall wherever it falls. And I'm going to let my right shoulder fall wherever it falls. And just breathe. Soften your face, just a little smile, like, oh, I'm on my mat, yay. I'm on my mat, yay. I'm going to take about 3 breaths for every posture here. And then come back. And then we're going to take it into a half happy baby. So you're going to hold on to the outside of your right foot, and you're going to pull your right knee down to your armpit. And if you like, you can bend your left knee and place your left foot on the floor, or keep it straight. If you keep it straight, you'll get a little bit more of a hip stretch. And just open your left arm, palm up, and breathe. I'm going to come into a reclined pigeon, so I'll bend my left knee if it's not already. I'll place my right ankle on top of my left knee, and then I'll pull my left knee in. So this is reclined pigeon, and I thread my hands through the needle of my legs and pull in my left knee. If that's too much, you can always pull in your left thigh. You can rotate your right foot, your ankle around in one direction and then in the other. And then release that and give yourself a little baby bridge. Just come up. Give yourself a couple of breaths. Press forward with your feet. come on down. Then we'll get that on the other side. So right leg long, we're bent. Pull that left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Soften your face, your eyes in their sockets. Then I'm going to bend my right knee, pick up my hips and move them to the left a little bit, extending my right leg long, pulling my right knee across my body, my left knee across my body, and then opening up my left shoulder. Again, my left knee will fall wherever it falls. My left shoulder will open wherever it falls, and wherever it lands is perfectly all right for this moment. No pressing, no forcing ever. Just let the breath take you a little further. Gentle twist. And then we'll come on back. And then we'll come into that half happy baby. So now you've got your left foot. It's like you're walking on the ceiling. And again, you can keep your right leg straight or bent, whatever feels best to your back. Tuck your chin a little. Just pull that left knee down to your left armpit. And breathe. Then we'll take that reclined pigeon where we bend our right knee, take our left ankle atop our right knee and thread that needle. Pull it in. Breathe and listen to your own breath. Softly in. Softly out. And then we'll take that left ankle off and give ourselves another bridge. So lift those hips. Press forward with your feet, lift the hips. Try to release the glutes so there's no gripping there. Bring them down, and then draw your knees in, tuck your chin, feel a stretch all the way down to your coccyx, relax your shoulders, open your mouth, stick out your tongue, do a little stretching, flutter it out. Good. And then take the back of your thighs and roll up to all fours. So here we're in all fours. We've got your shoulders over your wrists, and your hips over your knees. You're gonna give yourselves just a few cat-cows, but we're gonna start small. So we're gonna go itty bitty calf pose, itty bitty kitty pose, itty bitty calf pose. Lift the tail, look up. Itty bitty kitty pose. And then you'll grow them. Starting to grow up into adolescent cows now. The cat's about 6 months. And up and back. You can use your eyes or you can keep them closed, whatever feels good to you. Good, now they're pretty much adult. At least mine are. So use your breath to grow your own farm into whatever age feels good. Yes, and on the next exhale, you're gonna tuck your toes and lift your hips into downward facing dog. So shake out your neck, draw your heels down. Press forward and down with your hands, third fingers forward. Your hips lift up from the inner thigh. And then the crown of the head reaches towards the mat. Engage your triceps. If your heels don't touch the floor, that's perfectly all right. Some bodies never do, no matter how many years they're practicing. Some do right away. It's just your physical body. Good, and then shift forward to plank pose to check your alignment here. Yep, and draw that core in, press away. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Yes. Oh, and then take your thumbs to your nipples and lift up to your baby cobra. And just do a few of those, lowering down and tap your forehead. And inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. And lift a little more and see if you can take your hands off. Lower down, press through all fours. And then find your downward facing dog. I'm shifting a little so you can see me. Playing around with my camera angles here. And then taking my right leg nice and high. I'm going to bend my knee and open my hip. Just sort of let that hip open. My right foot is falling just heavily towards the long left side of my mat. And just feel a nice side stretch here. Then I'm going to square my shoulders and take my right leg high on the inhale. And on the exhale, I'm going to step through to low lunge. And I'm just going to come up and take my ears over my shoulders and my shoulders over my hips. I'm going to draw my tailbone down. Relax my shoulders away from my ears. And so here I'm going to isometrically pull my right heel back to my left knee. And I'm just going to take a few breaths. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to tuck my back toe and I'm going to find a runner's lunge. So I'm actually got my fingers down, my right knee's over my ankle, my left knee's off the mat, and I kick through that back heel. And take a few breaths here. Now we're going to take a little twist, so plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot and take your right arm to the sky. Take your gaze up to your third finger. So our hips are really square to the earth, and then our twist comes from the thoracic spine. Relax that shoulder away. Take a couple breaths. Good, and then take that right hand down, take that left knee down. We're gonna shift back to half split. Here we're gonna lift that heart and then fold over our right leg. Couple breaths. Tucking the chin, letting everything go. So then I'm going to lift my heart, then I'm going to sink back into a lunge and take my hands down, and I'm going to press into my toes, lift that back knee, and step back to plank. Take a few breaths in plank. I might shift forward and back on my toes. I'm out of frame, right? I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in. And then take a deep breath in, and then lower all the way down to the belly, all the way. Here comes my dog. And we're gonna inhale up to my baby cobra. We're gonna lower down, and you're gonna tuck your toes. Now you can come through all fours, or you can just press into your plank, down dog. Shift my weight back a little bit, my mat back. And walk out your dog. We'll get that on the other side. Gonna take the left leg nice and high. Bend that knee and open the hip. Hold that open. Dangle that left foot. Maybe rotate the ankle a little bit. Find that side body stretch. And then square your hips and take the left leg nice and tall on the inhale. And exhale, step through to your left thumb and come up to your lunge. And then you're gonna draw your tailbone down and relax your shoulders away from your ears. You can take your gaze to the sky and breathe. We're going to take your hands down, and then we're going to come into our runner's lunge by taking that back knee up. Just taking that heart through your shoulders, like your heart comes through here as opposed to this rounding. Couple breaths. Nice strong back leg if you can. And then plant that right hand and take a twist. Left arm up. Square the hips. Twist from your mid-back. And relax the shoulder down so you're not shrugging, you're just releasing and opening up. And then take that left hand down, come down on that back knee and find your half split. So you can tuck your back toe under for support if you need to. Lift the heart, create as much length as you can, fold, and then round. Just let everything go. And then we're going to lift our heart. We're going to find our lunge. Lift that back knee, plant our palms, step back, and take the vinyasa of our choice. I take my right leg up. I'm going to take my right leg through. And I'm going to come down on my left knee. And I'm going to take my left foot to the right side of my mat. And I'm going to come into kind of like a warrior two on my knees. So my right hand can be to my right quadricep or to the floor. The left arm comes over, press into that thigh and find a side body stretch. And then I'm going to press off. I'm going to actually reverse it. Left hand down, right arm up. I'm going to keep the bend in the right knee. So you can bring your left hand to a block or to the floor. Take your gaze up or down. Good. Inhale up. And then we're going to take our back knee and face it forward and cartwheel down. Tuck that back knee under. Now we're going to step our back foot forward and our front leg is going to come straight for pyramid. Inhale your heart, lift it and fold it. Shake it out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good, then I'm going to rebend that front knee. I'm going to frame my right foot, step back, and I'm going to take my vinyasa. And take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Let's take that left leg up. Take our left leg through. Come down on our back right knee. Take our right foot to the long left side of our mat. Coming up on warrior two. Left leg forward. Good. We're going to find our warrior two with our right arm over. So it's kind of like an extended side angle with that right knee down. Accessing the right side body. And then we're going to inhale up and we're going to reverse it. So keeping the bend in that left leg, just going to sort of reach through the left third finger and open up the shoulder. You can play with the heart being forward. This is the lateral stretch. And then when you lift the heart, it becomes more of a back bend. So for our purposes, let's keep it in the lateral stretch. We'll come on up, we'll cartwheel down, we'll step it into a pyramid. Shake out your neck. Lift your heart, and here we're going to actually step our right foot forward and hang in ragdoll. Heel toe your feet together, find a forward fold, then find a halfway lift. Then find a forward fold. Now soften your knees and root to rise. Come up, all the way up. Let's take our last vinyasa. Exhale, hinge and fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Child's pose, knees down, toes touch, rest your forehead and breathe. Come on up to all fours for a moment. Take your right arm nice and high. Let's thread that needle. Good. You can sit back into your child's pose. Take that left arm forward. Stretch the outside of the right shoulder. Take your left hand back under your shoulder. Press into your left hand. Take your right arm back up and down. Switch, inhale, left arm up. Left arm through. Find your child's pose, extend your right arm, breathe. The right hand back under your shoulder, take your left arm up. Take your left arm down. Give yourself a few cat-cows. Take a little floor vinyasa, so shift the weight forward, come down on your belly from your knees. Inhale up to your baby cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. Rest here. You can stay in child's pose. I'm just going to take you a little closer to me. Come on down here. Wow. It's my professional filmmaking skills here. Good. Come on down. Just rest. Find your Shavasana. Close your eyes. Pull your knees in. Oops, not Shavasana yet. Pull your knees in. Just a second here. Roll your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Good. Now take the soles of your feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana here. Taking my knees wide, soles of my feet together. Letting that just be open for a few breaths. Letting my arms open. Close your eyes. Find your beautiful breath. And take your knees together and take your feet to the back of your mat and stretch out. Now, Shavasana, your hands come down alongside your body. Close your eyes. Just imagine that with every exhale, you become heavier. Every exhale just releases all the leftover tension you might have in your body. Every exhale releases any leftover thought you have in your mind. Letting go with every exhale, just release any gripping or holding. And stay here for as long as you like. It feels so good to get on your mat, and you did it. So congratulations. See you in Shavasana. Rest. And my message to you is, as long as you get on your mat, you've succeeded, right? I purposely did this video really unplanned because I want you to know that it doesn't matter how perfect it is. It matters that you move and stretch your own body and that you breathe and that you take time out for yourself. So I support you 100% in just getting out there on your mat. Okay? From my heart to yours. Namaste.